they made a browser extension that was in the Google Chrome Web Store. And that browser extension is polymorphic.
This is literally impersonating an extension that somebody is running on their computer system. They were able to intercept the authentication for that plugin. And then I think they had a quote in here, they have the keys to the kingdom at that particular point. Really, it doesn't look like Google is doing as much security checking as they should. How do we protect against this? For users and enterprises, they're like, be careful what you install, which is always horrible advice, right? And then on the enterprise side, you can actually query what plugins are installed, but only on browsers that are controlled by your organization.
If the user is like 90% of users, they probably just access sensitive web apps in the browser, do whatever their business function is in the browser.
The browser is really where malware development is moving.
It's like an easy initial access vector that doesn't require you to detonate a payload or do something that CrowdStrike's going to be super excited about.
The Chrome Web Store is a mess. Making a featured plugin is super easy. You would think that a featured would mean someone reviewed it, but that's not the case. Reporting it is like a very non-effective mechanism for these. It's bad. It's bad all the way across this, like from the Chrome Web Store to the kind of applications that are being made as plugins to people abusing the whole process. It's out there.
Lazarus attacking NPM packages again.
Would you say they brought this technique back from the dead?
So North Korea, once again, seemingly benignly named packages.
If you think NPM developers know what they're downloading, you are not an NPM.
Have you ever tried to install one package on NPM or PNPM or NPX or the other 500 other package managers?
Why do we need so many of them?
Listen, you type in one thing that you would like to install, and then all the dependencies come along, and it is like a train.
The package for like left-aligned text, it was like a 3-line package, a 3-line of code package got removed, and it broke like 30,000 programs because everyone was using it.
We said the browser is the new operating system, right? This is the window to everything. So, but that interface is built on JavaScript, and that comes from Node Package Manager.
Let's talk about Volt Typhoon.
It's a cool little case study of why people like some power grid in Massachusetts should have network monitoring. They were in the process of implementing network monitoring with Dragos. And during the process, they were like, hey, this is malicious. So they accelerated the project, I guess, which is pretty funny to imagine. Like, oh yeah, we definitely need this. We're already compromised. The two techniques that are called out in the article are SMB traversal and also RDP or lateral movement. The threat actor is Volt Typhoon, which is a Chinese affiliated threat actor. And they were just gathering data. So this is the P in APT, right? This is the persistence part. 300 days is a long time. Honestly, kudos to the utility. Kudos to them for following on the sword and saying, we messed this up, or, we had this incursion. Here's what we learned. Here's what you should do about it. So it's cool to have something like this be public.
Saudi Arabia buy Pokemon Go.
The thing that they're buying is in Pokemon Go, they actually have you scan things, right? And you get rewarded for scanning stuff. And they're building a 3D environment with these scannings. And that's the interesting part, that actually ATT&CK, who owned Pokemon Go beforehand, is still grasping onto that. Anything that's scanned is still going to go to ATT&CK's now new like spatial 3D augmented geographical company that who knows what they're going to do with now.
Bank of America published a data breach notification. It's a physical data breach. So what did they do? Their data destruction vendor left documents sitting outside. That's the breach.
Awesome.
Oh, no.
Was it just in a trash can outside?
It was literally just in a trash can outside.
Dumpster diving for the win. That's what I said.
You use this article as justification for why you need a physical pen test.
Multi-factor bypass. There's a lot of people that are under the assumption that if they're running MFA, they're completely secure against any type of spear phishing attack.
There's adversary in the middle, there's browser in the middle, there's browser in the browser, there's probably browser in the browser in the browser, just keeps going.
3 layers deep, man.
This is basically a pen tester menu right now. If your pen test firm isn't using most of these techniques, they're not a very good firm.
Join us for live InfoSec news every Monday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the Black Hills InfoSec YouTube channel.